All right, you guys, this is going to be another one of those weird shows. It's not really gang show. It's not really long run. This is the wrap up of the Salton Sea. So we're talking about what it was like, what happened, how everybody felt about it. Good questions for people that are thinking about taking on that event. There's a whole bunch of different people that kind of come in and out of the Zoom, but we had a good time, and I think that you'll find it really, really interesting. The reason for these last two shows is just that it's been busy with the sugar badger and all that. So we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming after this. My next long run coming up is with Brent Kessler, who is the president-elect of the American Dental Association. Really, really cool story, drug addiction, ultra runner, 2-time Kona finisher, lots of stuff about being a dentist. I think you're really going to like it. And then we're recording a gang show up at Mandy's house. So you're going to get a little bit of, we got Matzo Ball Chen coming. We got Barry. Oh, it's going to be really good. Anyway, we'll be back to that. We'll be back to doing the Patreon reads, all the other things. Thank you for having your patience and allowing me to concentrate my efforts on being a race director instead of worrying about getting shows out for that 2-week period. This episode is brought to you by our friends at UCAN. They really came through for the Sugar Badger. People love the hydrate, and they took the gels, and I love UCAN. It's the thing that I've been using exclusively when I'm training. What it is a super starch product that you don't bonk off of. It's not super sugary or salty or anything. It's long lasting. It's smarter carbs, not sugar. It's not a fast-acting carb. It's a slow-acting carb. And really, they make a whole bunch of really good products. If you've had some stomach problems or if you're having nutrition issues, maybe you're transitioning from the Awesome Sauce Gel, this is a great product to try. Go to ucan.co. I'll put a link in the show notes. Use the code 10JunkMiles. You get 20% off. They also have a lot of like variety packs and starter packs so that you can, try all the different products and get a little bit of each. I love this hydrate. It's a 0-calorie electrolyte drink. I drink it all day long. I just love it. They also have protein powders, and they have energy bars that taste like candy bars, but they're not, and really, really good gel. So go to ucan.co, use the code 10JunkMiles, get your 20% off, and try it out. It just might change your nutrition. Also, our friends at Path Projects, we talk about them all the time. They're the best damn men's running clothes there is. It's direct to consumer, cut out the middleman. Quality, and really, really good stuff. I've been running exclusively in their shorts and in their liners. I love their hats. And they have a special hat right now that my friend, Brendan Leonard, also known as Semi-Rad. I don't know if he's known as that or if that's just what, Anyway, you know who Semi-Rad is, or you know Brendan Leonard. There is a Semi-Rad Path collab hat that says Ultra something on it. It is super awesome. I just got one in the mail. Also, people don't know this, but if you scroll down on that hat, if you click on the hat and you scroll down, you can get his book Ultra Something for $10 from Path Projects. The book is great. I just got done reading it. He's a good guy. He's one of my favorite people in the sport. So I'll put a link in the show notes to the Path hat, and then don't forget, scroll down, scoop up that book. I think you'll like. I'm going to have him on the show again soon sometime because it's been too long. I saw him when he was in Chicago, but anyway, let's let her rip here, okay?
10 junk miles.
10 junk miles.
10 junk miles.
10 junk miles.
10 junk miles. 10 junk miles.
Good.
Fuck it, let's do it live. It's the Salton Sea special wrap-up bonus. And you guys have to thank Chris Prairie to thank for this, by the way, because he wanted to do a Cocodona special. And I'm like, I don't have time this week to do anything. And so I thought, well, why don't I just do both of them today, back to back, bang, bang. So in spite of the fact that my house is full of stuff and everybody's emailing me wanting to sign up last minute to the race, which I appreciate. If you're, I put on Twitter before the show, there's a special place in hell for anybody that emails the race director the week of the race to ask them if they can get into the sold out race, because I don't have better things to do than try and get you in the race right now. So this is going to be our wrap up. We did the Salton Sea. We have some messages from Rick that we can read. We have representatives from both teams. So say hello, Kevin Jordan.
Hello, Scott Coomer.
And say hello, John Krist.
Hello, John Krist.
And welcome back for the 10th time, Barry Thrune.
Hey, Scott.
Barry's got good audio. Hey, he sounds great.
That's what she said.
I don't know what it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go over the Badwater Salton Sea, the logistics of it, the details of it, and kind of unpack it a little bit from the I just did it point of view so that people that are listening to this can get an idea of what it was like and, you know, what you all went through and stuff like that. So let's start with first question I'll just ask to John. Did the event, and when I say the event, I don't mean this specifically the running, but everything involved in it, did it live up to your expectations? Was it harder, easier, funner, not as fun? Like what did you think overall about the whole experience?
I'd say I thoroughly enjoyed it all, and I don't think it was as hard as I thought it would be, primarily because I think we lucked out with the weather. I don't recall any particular time where I felt like I was going to die of the heat. I was obviously warm, but it probably wasn't the hottest event that I've been at. I think I got colder than I thought I would at night around 9 o'clock when 60 degrees felt like 10 below. Mm-hmm.
What about?
I enjoyed it a lot.
I'm just talking like big picture, you know, loved it, hated it, you know, great experience, bad, whatever, you know. Barry, what about you? Big picture. What was your takeaway? Like your first reaction?
Yeah, no, big picture. It was what I expected. I mean, it was a little of everything. It was hot. It was hilly. It was cold. It was a lot of fun overall. I really enjoyed it.
Kevin,
It was a little
Do we wake you
a little
up?
colder than I thought it would be. The heat, like the other two said, it was not an issue. The climbing, like the park section, I thought was going to be much worse than what it was. I think it was billed a little bit more as a kind of gnarly, hard single track course, but it wasn't anything that I was concerned about once I got out there. But overall, it was fun to hang out with Oak and Shae and have you and Diane in the crew vehicle, and also to meet up with the B team part of the way through.
okay. Well, just to back up for the listeners, what we're talking about in terms of the Badwater Salton Sea is 3 people on a team running within 20 yards?
10 yards.
10 yards, 30 feet.
10 yards of each
Single
other
file, theoretically.
for 81 miles through hot, flat desert, through a mountain climb, and through some cold, flat roads at night, and then a long, windy, hilly road at the end. You have to have a crew. You have to have a car of 2. And here's another question I have for you guys. If you had to pay, I think it's like $400-ish, maybe a little bit more dollars.
For a team of 3.
Per person?
500 for a team of 4.
Would
or
that
a team of 2, I mean,
would that
something
change
like that.
your opinion? Would you say worth it, not worth it? You know, in terms of value. Anybody?
I'm hesitant because when I think of being worth it for races, it's like, what are you getting for the money? And you're not really getting much for the money besides, you know, the experience and a cool buckle. There's no aid. There's just a few timing checkpoints, and that's kind of it. So if it's something where I had to choose A or B, this might not be the one because of the cost associated with the value of it.
And I think the costs associated with the crew as well.
Right.
Not just the race being somewhat expensive per person for what you're getting from a like aid station or I guess more like the aid station value.
Mm. Yeah, the 2-person crew requirements. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're flying out there and renting another vehicle or renting a single vehicle, and it's just a lot of extra expense.
I mean, the race entry